Gardner-Webb head coach Cris Reisert, the team coming off a 31-28 win against Eastern Illinois. Back in action this week. Tennessee State will come to town, the final home game of the season for the Running Bulldogs. So, coach, just some thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, proud of the win, proud of the way we finished. Certainly we were up big early and didn't have a chance or had the chance to kind of put it away and didn't quite do that. And so that's a learning lesson for us and one that we've got to become more adept at finishing games when they need to be finished. But at the end, we were able to get one more point than the other team, and so I'm proud of that. That certainly has been an evolution for us as a program, and as we've continually tried to find ways to win, and eager to keep kind of making progress and keep getting better.
Talk, when you get up big, I'm not saying it's a letdown, but then what starts happening when they score points and they have the ball at the end? Like I know you can battle through it, but sometimes does it feel like a worse nightmare? Like we're doing the things we did in the first half and it's just not working.
Yeah, football is such a fickle game. It is a game of momentum. It's a game of runs. You can feel it, and the great teams are able to have the ability to, as the momentum starts to slip, they can stay consistent, they can stay present, stay in the moment, and just execute and do their job. And eventually, through the execution, the effort, the energy, the momentum comes back to the other side, and so we've worked really diligently as a program. We want to be passionate, not emotional. Passion is the energy in which you bring to your work, and emotion is the energy in which you attach to the outcome of that work. And we don't want to be outcome based, we want to be process based. And so these are all just lessons for us to learn from, for us to realize that even as the game ebbs and flows, the ability to be present, to compete in the moment, and to do our job is really something that we've got to consistently get better at. And fortunately, we've been in a lot of situations where we've had to kind of get thrown into the fire a little bit, and I think we're growing as a team. But certainly, man, when you get in those moments, it's like, how the heck did we get here? And you spend time thinking about that, but really, you just need to spend time thinking about how you win the football game and how you put that thing in the coffin.
Well, the you have to be proud with the number of sacks and the pressure you put on EIU. It seemed like a little bit of everybody on your team contributed.
Yeah, 11 sacks. I mean, I don't think I've ever been a part of a game like that. So it was cool. Our guys, they were tuned up. We talked all week about having to dominate the line of scrimmage and more specifically about stopping the run. And, we were able to hold them to 7 yards, on the ground and really dominate them in that phase of the game. I was very proud of our team for that. That was a focal point. And for us all week, it was, own the line of scrimmage and win the rushing game and obviously certainly win the turnover margin. And we did both of those things. And certainly I think that translated into why we had a chance to win it.
A home game, another home game this week. Talk about just kind of wrapping up the home season and what it's been like to play in front of that crowd.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. We love playing at Spangler. I feel like we haven't been home enough. I feel like we've been road dogs. The whole season. It's been so sporadic being here, but nothing like playing in front of our home crowd. Nothing like playing in North Carolina. Nothing like being at Gardner-Webb on a beautiful day with the band playing and the cheerleaders going and our fans. And it's as good of an environment as you can ask for. So anxious to get out there one last time in the 24 season and put our best foot forward. Got a good team coming to town, and so a really cool test for us, and one that we're anxious for, and one that we'll relish. And anytime you get a chance to go against a really dynamic football team, you figure out kind of where you're at, what growth you've been able to achieve, and so we're eager for that, and look forward to Saturday.
I think since most wins TSU's had since 2016, so the best team that Eddie has had it since he's been at TSU. What have you seen from them? They seem to win different ways, but offensively, their quarterback and just defensively, a lot of people coming in.
Yeah, no, they're a good football team. They're complete. They're dynamic on special teams. They've got really dynamic returners and good personnel that help that guy get loose. On offense, the quarterback's a really good player. He can create with his legs. He can make all the throws. Got a really strong arm. He's accurate, processes things well. I think he's managed the football game better each week. They've got some really dynamic skill kids on the perimeter. The back's a good player. He makes you miss. You got to make sure you have enough hats for him. Defensively, they're big in the front seven. Each guy poses his own set of issues along the defensive front. The linebackers are both really high level players. Seven, the Mike's a really good player. Their nickel zero's a high level football player at this level. And so we've got our hands full. It's fun. You get a chance to, as a coach, game plan against a team like this because there's not a whole lot of weaknesses, and so game plan doesn't come together very easy. You're scratching and clawing just to find a run and to find a pass that you can put together, or to find a blitz that you want to run against what they do. And so it's been a challenge for us just to be able to find things that we feel like will put us in the best position. But that's the challenge when you play against a good football team, and one where it makes it a little bit more fun. And so we as a program have to elevate, have to play a good football game.
Coach George was on before you, and he was complimentary of Tyler and his performance. So I forgot to ask you about that. Just 26 to 34, a touchdown, no interceptions. What about Tyler's performance on Saturday?
Yeah, he played well. I mean, really, he's played well. Really, ever since our bye, he's played some good football, and he's completing over 70% of his passes, and has started to really manage the football a lot better in terms of taking care of it. And so that was kind of the fourth game that he started to kind of come into his own a little bit. I think he's getting comfortable in what we're doing and how we're doing it. And so I'm proud of his growth, and I think that his best football is still ahead of him. And I think that's one of the good things too is as guys start to slowly get comfortable, you see that they start to make plays that, are a little bit more off schedule, that, it was maybe third or fourth in the progression rather than always one. And so you can tell that he's starting to find his rhythm in what we do. And I'm proud of him for that. He's worked his tail off, and hasn't been the easiest season. You're new, you're coming into the game late, you're scratching and clawing just to get comfortable. And I think that work's starting to pay off for him. And so I hope that he continues to play well in these last couple of weeks, and really lay the foundation for things to come.
Thanks for your time as always. Best of luck Saturday. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, sir. Go Dogs.